Hello everyone, thank you for stopping back in. My name is Jean. Okay, today we're going to continue with our craft fair projects and we're going to make a couple acetate bookmarks. So easy to make them and they look really nice. Let's get started. I'm going to show you the easiest one first. Now first off, your acetate can come from packaging. When you buy, craft things, there's almost all the time there's some acetate on there. Or if you don't have any acetate, I keep this on hand for when I don't have acetate. And I will link this in the description. And it is just some sheets, some 9 by 12, I believe. Yeah, 9 by 12, there's 25 sheets in here of clear acetate. Let me see if I can get you to see one. They're in, so they are clear. They're just protected by the tissue paper. Keep that tissue paper, okay? Keep this on hand for when I don't have packaging. So I will link this for you guys in case you don't have any acetate. These bookmarks are so easy to make. So the first one I'm going to show you is super easy. So we're going to use, I have 2 pieces of acetate here. They're 2 inches. See if I can get this in here somehow so you can kind of see it. Okay, 2 inches this way by 6 inches long. Okay, 2 of them. So I'm going to put one down here. I know this will be hard to see. It doesn't matter what I put behind it. It's still going to be hard to see. Let me see if I can put if any color will show it better. That one might look better than there, I think. Yeah, let's put it on here. This is a little darker on this side. I think that side was better. Okay, we'll kind of put that there. Okay, so you can see. Now the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use some stickers out of this pack. So you can use stickers or dried flowers in this one. I'm using dried flowers in the other one, so I'm going to use stickers in this one. So this pack, I'll link whatever I can. This is Temu, could be AliExpress. If I can find it, I will link it. But any kind of stickers. I like the acetate stickers for this because they look more like putting flowers down. I picked out a couple that I think might work, and we'll see how they work. Okay, I think I'm going to go with these. So you can see they're backed on acetate. And you know how I always struggle to get these, so I use tape. And I just kind of put a piece of Scotch tape on to help me get a hold of. Separate this, I should say. Sometimes they come off really easy. Sometimes I struggle a little bit more. And then I just pull my tape off. I'll hang on to that and use that. Let's see. I think I'm going to put this one up in the corner. Now we're going to be hooking these 2 pieces together with washi tape. So you don't want to get too close to your edge. I'm going to go, I think I'll go right about here with this one. I think I'll put that one in the corner. Let's see, we got that so far. Kind of looks like dried flowers, don't they? Paper flowers or something. So that's why I like using the clear acetate stickers. Okay, let's take this one. No rhyme or reason. I'm just going to go with something. This for me is the easiest way of getting these separated without trying to killing myself here. This has worked the best. It's so hard to get the acetate stickers separated. Okay. And then I think we'll stick this one down in the corner-ish. What about there? And then we'll take this one. Purple. This is probably the easiest acetate one you can make, is what I'm making right now. Let's see. Maybe over this way. No, over this way maybe. No, I don't know. Maybe over here. I gotta go over. I don't want to. And the last one. Placement sometimes is, a challenge. Sometimes I dry fit it, but I'm winging it. We're just going to wing this, people. Okay, I don't need that tape no more. And we'll kind of stick this one over here. Okay, now you could leave it just like this if you want. But I like to put a little bit more stability to it. That's why I will take another one and put it over the top, and then we're going to seal those two together. To do that, just going to put them together, and I am just going to, they're slippery little buggers, set it back down. And I've got this washi tape in my stash, and I believe it's like a 1/2 inch. Yep, a 1/2 inch, which is perfect because I want a 1/2 inch on, or 1/4 inch on each side. And I think this might have come from Globeland or Easy Craft Art. One of those two. Okay, now you know the fine end. I think it's right in here somewhere. Okay. I'm just going to go, and I go a little bit over because I can't be perfect. Now, what I like to do, you don't have to do it, but I'm very bad at judging how much goes on each side. Kind of fold it in half backwards on itself. You know, if you can eyeball it and wing it, go for it. So I've got that. And then I'm going to lay it straight down right on the edge of the bottom, like that. And then I'll bring them both up and make sure that I have them together again before I seal it, as close as possible as you can get. Then I'm going to take and push that over. It wants to fight me. I could use another hand if somebody wants to come over. Give me another hand here. Okay, so then seal it down like that. Give it a good, if you have a sticky enough washi tape, it's definitely going to hold, and I haven't had no problems. There is some washi tape I've had problems with in the past, and then I would put just a little bit of glue down, but lately, I don't know about you guys, I think the washi tape has gotten stickier over time. Okay, now we're going to do the opposite. I like to do my two short ends first, and you can do it any way you want, any way you want. How's everybody doing? I'm doing okay, I guess. Just busy trying to think of ideas, come up with videos for you guys. But I'm like, oh, we should work on, we haven't done the craft series lately, our craft fair series lately. So I'm like, I gotta come up with something more. And I know we were doing a bunch of different bookmarks. And bookmarks are pretty good sellers. You know, I don't sell them for too much because I just like crafting. I don't really care. Okay, you may think that's bad, or you may think I'm lying, but I really don't care about the money. For years, I gave away all my stuff. You know, then later on, I started making money and selling things and stuff. But for years and years, I just made things and gave it away all the time. I even did wedding cards for a friend of mine. That was a big project, my first like big project ever. I made wedding cards and the thank you cards for her wedding. So that was like maybe 10 years ago, I think I did that. And the acetate gets very, you know, everything sticks to it. Okay, now we're going to do 2 long sides. Same thing. I always like to do a little extra. And it's going to curl on me. You don't want too sticky, like, unless you're really good at eyeballing, because if it's too sticky, it's going to just keep sticking to itself, and you're just going to have that problem. And this one's almost like a paper consistency, this washi tape. It came in a pack of, I think, 8 or 10 different rolls of different sizes. So I really like it. I like getting kind of those multi-packs. Okay, and I think we are going to go down. Don't worry if you're not perfect, you know. It's going to turn out beautiful anyways. At least I think they're beautiful. Okay, so far so good. A little off there, but yeah, it's okay. It's not the world's worst thing. It still looks very lovely. Okay, one more. I gotta make sure I'm on what side. Yeah. That's why you want to keep your flowers away from the edge a little bit, because it does take up about 1/4 inch of space there. So just stay away from your edging a little bit when you place your flowers down. You can whip these out in, you know, no time, really. Make a bunch of these. Okay, let's make sure we're still somewhat even. And down we go. And this washi tape has butterflies on and purple flowers. There, I'm a little off. It slipped on me, so let's bring some over a little. Caught that before I stuck it down too much. Okay, now we can get rid of this, my ironing mat. And then I just like to take my bone folder and then go down. Make sure it's all pressed and all your wrinkles are out. Okay, so then I have this punch. I don't know what, I don't think it was called a ribbon punch, but I know a lot of people call it a ribbon punch. You can see, and that's what I'll be using. And this is my top. And you might hit a flower, but it's no big deal. And we're just gonna eyeball. If you're a measurer, go ahead and measure. Okay, and it just puts the cute little, you can see that oval hole there. I will link this in the description for you too. Like I said, I'll link as much as I can for you guys. Sometimes, you know, I take stuff from my stash, so there's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. And this ribbon's part of a collection of ribbon. It had was a multi-pack of ribbons I got from, I believe, Amazon. Okay, now we're just gonna run that on through. Then, and you can put, like, if you want more than one ribbon, sometimes I do. Sometimes it depends on what I'm doing with it. But sometimes at this point, I might add a charm on the ribbon and let it hang down here. There's a lot more you can do than just, you know, it depends on how much you want to do for a craft fair. If I'm making it for a friend, I may add more bling and stuff to it. But for a simple craft fair, you don't necessarily want to, you know, be too elaborate. Because if you're selling them, you know, you want to kind of be consistent with your pricing. And if you have one with a charm on, you might want to spend a little, or sell it for a little bit more or not. Well, then people are going to be like, well, how come that one's more? It's just got a little charm on. Well, that little charm could cost money from wherever, you know, you get it from. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Now I got that up too far, so let's bring it down some. We're just gonna pull our ribbon down. I tied it too far up, but it's gonna be okay. And then I'm going to angle cut. And you have, there's what you have then. So that's a cute, cute bookmark. Let me use this paper here. There you go. That was very, very easy. Just a little acetate. And you can get, like, some of your packaging is heavier packaging, so they would be heavier. But, you know, this is, I mean, it's acetate. You're not going to rip it, that's for sure. You got that one. Now the next one, let me move some of our scraps away. We're going to use paper for it. It's a little different technique. Where's my cutter? We're going to cut this sheet of paper 4 by 6. So let's cut it 4. This excess out of our way. By 6. Okay, let's get some of this out of our way, and I need my scoreboard. And we are just going to score this in half. So we're going to score at 2. And I'm using this, I thought was really, it's got speckles in it. I thought this will look really cute with the, I'm using dried flowers for this one. I thought that just kind of looked like your little spots from drying out flowers. So we're just going to score it at 2. Easy peasy. Seriously, you can make these faster than what I'm demonstrating because I'm taking my time a little bit demonstrating. And I'm just going to make sure it's folded somewhat straight. Even though you put a score line in there. Okay, now there's a couple ways you can go about this. If you don't have a punch, let me use our scrap piece. If you don't have any kind of punch, you can just go ahead and cut an angle like this. And then I always take it and flip it. Then you know you're getting a mirrored cut. Of course, I didn't fold this in half to look like a tag. But then you can have this look. Okay? Or you can take a corner rounder punch at this point and round the corners. Or you can do what I do. I have this punch. These are from the We Are Makers. And they have a couple different ones. And since I'm using a 2-inch wide, we're going to be cutting it this shape here. So all you do is you put it in as far as it goes until it stops. And then give it a good punch. And it'll make this lovely design. Beautiful? Beautiful. Okay? Actually, I want to flip this paper because there's a texture. Can you see the lines? So let's flip that. That. I want that texture on the, it almost looks like tree bark. Kind of almost looks like tree bark. Now, next step we're going to do is we're going to make a window. What I create, you decide what size window you want. Do you want an oval window? I'm doing a plain old rectangle because I know everybody can do a rectangle, okay? This is the easy. I try to keep things easy for you guys. Yes, of course, if you have a Cricut or any kind of die cut machine, you can cut these out on your Cricut machine. You can use dies to cut things out too. But this is for, people, I got a lot of beginners that don't have tools yet. Keeping it simple. All I'm going to do is position this. Grab my pencil. Position this in the middle the best you can. Don't stress about it. No one's going to sit there and measure. Okay, we're just going to kind of center it in the middle. And actually, you should do it on the back side because then you won't have to erase your pencil. Okay, kind of centered in the middle the best you can. That looks okie dokie. I'll go with it. You can tape it down if you don't think you can hold it down. Okay. Then I'll take my little knife. I'm just going to kind of put some score marks in here. Doesn't matter what you do. I'm just trying to get an opening here to cut. I think I'm going to go smaller. I'm going to go right like that too. Okay. Then we're going to hand cut that out. I think I like these scissors best for when I'm hand cutting. And we are just going to cut. We're just going to follow the line. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Honest to goodness, it will not be a big problem. It won't show. Yes, I get quiet when I'm, cutting something as precise as I can cut it. Especially when I'm on camera. Yeah. If you can do it with an X-Acto knife, I'm not very good with X-Acto knife. I would go all over the place. So that's why I don't. You know, I have not the best strength either sometimes. Get that little knobber. There you go. Then you have this. Isn't that paper pretty to wait? Well, you can't see it very well, but I like all those little speckles in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hunt for our acetate, because that's always fun. It's, you know, clear. This is about 1 7/8. Let me make sure that's big enough, because you don't want to go all the way 2 inches. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, you just want to get in there. This one's cut at about 1 7/8 by 4 3/8. Just, you want to just be a little bit bigger than your opening. And then I'm going to take very lightly, I'm going to put a very light amount of glue. Whoops, not that one. Let's spread that out a little bit. Jean got a little heavy-handed right off the bat. I squeezed too hard. And I'm just kind of scratching it down. And we don't have to like worry if there's a space, because we're not doing a shaker out of this. Okay. Then we are going to lay it down. And I'm going to butt it up against the little crack there. And you want to try, once you lay it down, you don't want to move it, because then you might get glue in your window. Now, when you bring it in window. Now, always rub outwards. You don't want to rub towards the inside where your glue is gonna, you don't want your glue to go inside the window. So always rub outward, okay? My hand, I'm gonna try to keep it off the best you can off your hands. You don't get any in your window. So now we have this, okay? So now, let me get my flowers. I have this pack of dried flowers I got off of Temu. So I will link that for you. See if I can get them out. I'm not gonna use those. They're very, like, they just want to stick to the packaging. I want this darker pink one, I think, too. I think I want to use this one. Now, you know that, now you could take, it's not going to work as well, but you can take and just put them down like this, and then we'll fold it this way. But it may move on you, okay? I like to put a little, you're going to imagine where your window is. And let me see if I can find my tweezers up here. I kind of like, let's get the tweezers. Okay, so I know this is going to go right about here. I'm going to put just a little bitty dot down, because the glue's not going to show. We're on, come on. Now the glue don't want to come out. And I'm afraid to, see, that's what I said, I'm afraid to squeeze too hard. And then we're just gonna, that'll help keep it in place. If you're doing dried flowers on here, you could put, if you put just a little bit of glue, it doesn't really show much. But that's why I like doing my dried flowers this way. And I'm gonna bring it down, and if I can, I'm a little high up. Oops, I just broke that one. Oh, I'm gonna have to cry. Oh no. I knew I would do that. Okay, we're gonna pretend I didn't do that. Jean's ruining her flowers. Oh, we won't cry, I promise. That's why you gotta be very, very careful. But it was my fault for not paying attention to my placement. Okay, let's go. What color is this? You just want to make sure you get the right side. And I'm going to put this one right about here. So let's put my finger there this time. Put a quick dot and try not to play with it. Get that one in the window. And again, I could be using stickers, but I got these dried flowers. Okay, that one's got a bad bent up leaf. That's a problem when you get dried flowers like this. They might be some broken leaves on them and stuff. This one looks like about my best one. Maybe I won't use the white one because it doesn't really show. No, we're not going to use that one. Let's go. We got another one of these kind of reddish pink ones. These are very, very fragile. And again, I'm just going to kind of, it'll kind of suck itself right to the acetate because, you know, the static. Okay, I'm going to put this cool pink thing. No, maybe I want to go with some, no, I like the pink. I'll stay with the pinks. I'm going to put this right there. I think I need some, let's see. I'm going to stay with the, this is how I work, you know. Or I want a little bit of this. Take off this one maybe. Let me see if I like this one better. It's a little darker. Let's put some big flowers down first. Anyway, this is a whole different flower here. It's a whole different shape. There's only one there, yep. Okay, let's put this one down in this corner somewhat. And then we'll add some fillers. You only need a little drop of glue just to help hold it down for you. And make sure you kind of clean your window off again. It's all these little bits of flowers. Okay. I'm not the best, like, designer of flowers, you know. No, you gotta stay down. Stay down until you dry. I really kind of really like these things, so I'm gonna go with them. I just want to stay with the pinks. So I'm gonna go with this, and then I will put, but I want to cut these apart. I think I like them individualized. I think I like them like this without the, okay, put one right, getting too much glue, I can feel it coming out. These ones take a little bit more time. Okay. And I want to get something over there yet. Put some more of those. Take this one, the other one of this one, I think. And you can put them as full as you'd like. Turn you this way. Give me a scrap piece of paper to get some of that glue that just spilled. So as I said, you can make this as big, as much. But just beware, dried flowers can be very fragile to work with. As you can see, let me just kind of look, and I want a couple more of these little red things. Put one right there. Red and white. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm just gonna call that a day, because I could be here, you know, we're in a half hour already. Okay, get some of this out of our way. Now we're gonna close it up. So I like to run, I even like to put a little glue in here. So again, we're gonna go lightly with the glue, but I like to get some glue in here, help hold that edge down, and then glue down here along the window. And then I will put glue all the way up here too. Okay, now let's close it up very gently. Okay, I'm gonna work that down. Working with the dry flowers aren't for everyone, but I wanted to give you guys an option if you don't have stickers. If you're someone that uses a lot of dried flowers and maybe you have a bunch of kind of scraps laying around, you can use tape instead if you want. But sometimes I have more problems with the tape sticking to my fingers and everything. And if you just work this glue, it sticks quite well. It's one thing I'm using art glitter glue. This is a Sugar Bell icing bottle. So I will link that. But I like this bottle because it's not hard to squeeze. It's very flexible. For me, that's my choice. All right, I think we got it good. All right, now you could put an eyelid in this hole if you want. I don't necessarily feel like you need to. Now for this one, I'm going to show you how to do some baker's twine, and I have a little bit thicker baker twine here. Okay, and I am going to take it's pretty big, and I'm gonna cut that in half because I want those two ends, and then I'm gonna be doing 4 ends here. And just put that through the hole. I'm just going to pull it tight. Okay. We have that so far. But we're going to fray these edges, but first I'm going to cut them down. Then we're going to fray these edges a little bit. I'm going to do it frayed. So I'm going to kind of take my little tweezers are going to help me pull these little pieces apart. And we're just going to pull them apart here. And then we'll work them. Just for a different look. If you don't have ribbons, you don't want to use ribbons, your twines will work just as well. Just to get them apart, right? Okay. Probably the longest part of your project too here. Whoops, come back here. Once you get it, you can just kind of work it. Okay. We have that. So I like the little frayed edges on there. And now to cover all this up, I found this in my stash that kind of matches. And I'm just going to glue that up there, on the top up there. Just going to put some glue around the hole. This is silk flower I had in my stash. We'll hold that for a minute. And while I'm doing that, I'll flip. Another thing you could do is on the back, you could write a saying or put like a, poem down there, whatever their favorite saying might be. Or you could put a to or from on there. You can do whatever you want on the back. Add some more stickers if you want. Whatever. Okay. There we have it. And we have 2 different styles of bookmarks that you can do. Like I said, this one's easy to do. You can put anything inside your window. I mean, you can just do stickers. You can stamp inside your window. You can do whatever works for you. And then you have this clear acetate one. I hope you enjoyed that one. Let me know if you make some. And as always, there's a glare there. We'll kind of hold that there so you don't see the glare. There we go. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.